Again, everybody, welcome to the Wiffle Wednesday live chat, episode 7. I have made 7 of these. I call it the live chat. The live chat is a little light, not as many people in here as I'd like to be someday, but I understand that all things take time. Input, not results. So I'll be here on Wednesdays chatting it up, sometimes talking to myself. I'm okay with that. I'm pretty good at it. I can go pretty long time without talking to anyone else, and that's okay. Just to kind of talk about what I'm enjoying, what I'm seeing, and what is happening for me. This Saturday, coming up the 20th in 3 days, I will be at the Eastgate Mall in Cincinnati, Ohio, walking the show. That show is insane. Normally, this time of year, I feel like card shows have a little bit more foot traffic. So that show is already packed, but there are dealers that make it work. So I will be there. I'm going to try and get there early. I already have a customer. I shouldn't say a customer. I'm his customer. I already have a dealer that I am going to meet up with immediately to get a deal done. So I'm actually really excited about that because he's one of my he's one of the people I buy the most from because he always has such bulk and we get good deals done. Good for him, good for me, and super excited for that. So my inventory will see a nice boost today, or I should say Saturday, and then till the end of the year. So I'm ready to spend. I will say that I went to a small show this past Sunday in Sheffield Lake, Ohio. Very small. I think it's 30 tables, and it's not 30 dealers. You know, one vendor has 4 of those tables, so it's at maybe 20 dealers, 15 of which I see once a week, twice a week, so it's not that big of a deal. 5 new-ish people. I bought a little bit. I think I spent $267. I'd have to check my spreadsheet, but the least amount I've spent at a card show in a very long time. I expected that going in. It wasn't a big deal. But I didn't go to a show on Saturday because I had family stuff come up. So Saturday I was out. Sunday, very small show. And then just haven't been able to buy as much singles. The week before I was in Columbus buying singles at card shops, but that's not sustainable. It was a stack of maybe, same thing, 50 cards at the absolute most. So I'm excited to get out there on Saturday and go nuts. I will say that wax and the new releases have kept me, I shouldn't say afloat because that's not true. My last week of sales was incredible. It's very, very good. Specifically on eBay with archives. I got my archives a day early, busted my butt to get that listed. Had it listed, aside from the base, I had it listed in under 3 hours from getting it to having it listed, which is pretty quick, but I didn't get to enjoy it as much. I was moving fast because I had plans that night at a dealing event, so I had to move quick. Game day sports cards. What's going on? Go Mariners. Absolutely. I'm also rocking a green shirt, so I am decked out in Mariners stuff. I do like the Mariners, so no shame in that. I forgot to look at my thumbnail. Let me look at that real quick. Oh, yeah. Okay, so Whatnot Consignment ran my first Whatnot Consignment show last night from I would call him a friend. We met through sports cards, and we've actually never met in person. He's met my brother, but we've talked for 4 years strong. He's my friend. We've never met in person, but talking sports cards over the years, texting, probably every other day for 4 years about this, that, and the other thing. He trusted me to consign his cards on Whatnot last night. It was the first opportunity I had to do it. We were both excited about it. It was stuff that he wasn't having a lot of success with moving on eBay. A lot of it I know wasn't listed either. It was stuff that he had laying around. So whatever money he could get from it was good money. So we tried that last night. I named the show, If Not Friend, Why Friend Shaped? Jay back, welcome in. I ran everything what I called the dollar box special. That was the name of the Whatnot show because it felt like a lot of dollar box stuff. It was dollar box stuff and Shohei Ohtani. That's like how I would classify it. So any money that we got from it was good. Game day, I appreciate that. Go Mariners. Go specifically, Big Dumper, my guy. We had an agreement to do a 50-50 split. I don't know if he wants me to say that number, but it wasn't anything crazy. It was about 250 cards. I think 199 individual sales, 197 of that was singles, and then 2 lots. One was manufactured relics, and the other was all the leftover stuff. So about 50 cards of stuff that didn't sell. I wanted to keep track of everything to see how long it would take, what my dollars per hour were. So if it's something I'm going to do in the future, or how I want to structure consignment deals, because I think each consignment sale on Whatnot will have to be different. When it's something like this, where most cards are dollar cards, it's going to have to be a 50-50 split or something similar to that. If it's $5, $10, $20 cards, I'm thinking like a flat rate per card. I don't know yet, 50 cents plus 10%. I'm still trying to work that out. My buddy Jason over at the Ball Card Show, he and I briefly talked about it. We hadn't come up with anything like concrete yet, and I think it will be a deal-by-deal basis. I already have someone else interested in consignment. We chatted briefly last night through text, and it was just like, hey, I'm interested. Let me work on getting stuff together. Didn't come up with a date, didn't come up with numbers, but we both know that we'll be fair about it. So that's exciting that that's gonna be a thing. I would like to do that once a week in 2026. I started like planning out my 2026. I will tell you right now, one, I want to be on Whatnot 3 days a week is going to be my minimum. I'd like to be on there 5 days a week, 7 days a week by the end of the year. I'm not opposed to 2 shows a day. I'm not opposed to doing like a day show where it's I'm selling a certain kind of card, and then a night show where it's a different kind of card, because I think the daytime and nighttime viewers are going to be different. So I will be open to anything. I'm excited about what the prospects on Whatnot are and how people are enjoying it. Enjoying the conversation, and it'll be even easier / better when there's baseball going on, because we can talk about what's happening as far as spring training, deals that are happening, actual games being played, how players are performing. So that'll be really, really interesting to do this while baseball's going on. I started in October, and the playoffs were going on, so that's half the league was out. But if I can talk about the games as they're happening with people while I'm selling cards, I think a 3-hour stream, a 4-hour stream will be the standard, because it'll be fun for me. It'll be easy to just chat and talk about the players on the cards. So really excited about that part of it. I could go back into the Whatnot consignment. I timed everything that I did. The first thing I did was prep the cards. So he sent me 2 300 count boxes. Everything was penny sleeved. And I mean this in the nicest way. I penny sleeved them. There wasn't anything wrong with it, but I like everything fresh. So fresh penny sleeves and top loaders. I did all that. It was 250-ish cards. It took me 45 minutes. That is a gross overestimation. I didn't actually time it, but I know that it took me well under 45 minutes. But for the sake of not timing it and being 100% sure, 45 minutes. The stream was an hour and a half. So that was 15 seconds a card, except the last 2 lots I did 30 seconds, moving pretty quick through 200 auctions in an hour and a half. That was not a big deal. Plus cards that didn't sell. So if every card that I listed had sold, it'd probably only add a few minutes. So I could do 260 cards in under 2 hours without too much issue. The ship time, I timed it start to finish. I set a timer as soon as I opened up Whatnot until I had the last label in my packing crate. It took me 1 hour and 54 minutes. So total time is 4 hours and 24 minutes. Excuse me. Take that back. 4 hours and 9 minutes. I could do that 3 times a week without too much issue. So the consignment portion of this will definitely be upgraded. I will be doing more of it. I will come up with a better structure for other people. And also I need people to understand that I'm still growing. So the opportunity to grow with me could be good for both of us. It could also be bad on some days where maybe I don't have as many viewers as we hoped. Some days the viewership is definitely different. If that's an interesting portion of Whatnot. And I'm wondering how much of it is title structure, because people search certain things, or if Whatnot moves it to the top, if you have keywords like Shohei Ohtani, $1 starts, slabs, whatever it might be. So I'm still learning. I should keep track of the title structure, the tags that I use, and how many viewers I have, just so I can see if there's or what the correlation is and how to get better and make it better for me and the viewer and the potential consignee. With this, 1 day a week live stream along with the box breaks, my content calendar I feel like it's empty. I feel like I'm posting 2 to 3 times a week, 4 times a week, and it feels like I'm not doing much. I think I can do more. So along with 2026, hey, game day, I appreciate you. Along with, this stuff in 2026, Whatnot, I would like to even post more content. I've been anti-TikTok my adult life. I'm 35. I'm 36. I don't think Whatnot has been for me. I just got the notification that you followed on Whatnot. Thank you. I don't think TikTok has ever been for me, because I was I was the same as I am, or the same as I was with Whatnot. I just had like a negative connotation about it. I wasn't excited about it. It didn't do anything for me. But now that I know, it's good for growing business. It's good for talking about sports cards. TikTok Shop is on there. The opportunity to just like be seen by more people. There are people that watch stuff. TikTok is my dark humor paradise. I know that's part of it too. There's people on TikTok that don't even know I exist. There's people that only watch YouTube that don't know certain TikTokers exist. There's people on Instagram that don't know either of the other two. So I just want to spread out my reach, grow the community on whatever platform will let me, whatever one seems to strike. I'm not opposed to posting on all of them for the rest of the year. I want to give everything an opportunity to grow, and also myself to grow by learning these platforms and getting a little better at it. One thing I don't like to do is edit content. So one of the things that I know would help me is if I took some time to learn some editing and break stuff down. But I really like the authenticity of like going live, talking right now. This is my video for the week, and go. Or if I do a box break, if I make a mistake, if I say the odds wrong, if I pull a card and don't say it, boom, just go. And there are YouTube people who think I'm only hands. It's true. From the breaking days, I only had my hands on screen for 2+ years, 3 years. So they didn't even know that I had a face, what I looked like, what I sounded like, anything like that. So it is, there's definitely part of that too, J-Back, for sure. So yeah, 2026, I guess I got to download TikTok. I have like a personal account, but it is literally only for people to send me much. See, you don't watch TikTok, but some people do. And some people only watch TikTok. And I'm sure the viewership will skew younger, but in that same breath, I want younger people to enjoy baseball cards the way that I do, and be on the same page as how I find value, how I enjoy the hobby / industry. I call it industry because it is how I make a living. But yeah, I just want to be able to make more videos, reach more people, more streams, more sales, whatever it is. So I'm open to letting it rip. On top of all that, breaks are going to come back. Josh and I started, my brother Josh started as breakers. That's even not the right term, because we weren't the typical like, how much product can we do in a night type breakers. We have always been like slow and steady. We talk about the cards. We talk with the chat. We were breaking once a week, but it was a rotation of the same 40 people buying into our breaks. It was almost never more than that. Some of the player breaks we did got to 60, 70 different people, but it was never really more than that, because we like built this very small community that was team / player collector based, that wanted to chat with everyone, that was happy to chill on a Friday night. Couldn't make it every Friday night, but that's fine. Like, it was just like a very small, good community. I'd like to bring that back. I still see people selling breaks on eBay that have like 1/100th, literally 1/100th of the feedback I do. So I still don't understand why eBay wouldn't let me sell breaks anymore. I think I want to try that again, but for now, I will do it on Whatnot. So if you guys haven't signed up for Whatnot and you want to break with us, that's what we'll do. I have 6 breaks where I already have the product, or it's coming today. Plus there will be more. At least 6 breaks that I will be they would be outbid for the Blue Jays, because you would always take them. Yeah, I mean, I've seen Striker. I don't really agree with his like his personality. He gives good information, but his like videos are not for me, and that's okay. And as far as like how to the information I want to present, I kind of understand how I want to do that and how I want to do breaks and things like that. But it's just kind of going to be like my personality and how I do things, which is just straightforward information. I'm going to like always side to caution. So when it comes to like break spots, if the value is too high, so if I'm saying like, if I make too much money, I'm always going to backfill with product. So whether Striker does that, I don't know. I don't really care. That's just my strategy is always going to be like customer first, as long as you're a good customer. There are good and bad customers, no doubt about it. On eBay, on Whatnot, wherever it is, there's always good and bad customers. So I want to build a strong following of people that know I'm not here to do anything other than open cards, make maybe a little bit of money, and have a good time. So breaks will be back. The first one is going to be like Panini baseball stuff. It's going to be a cheap break. I'm trying to figure out how to do it, because Whatnot has the wheel spin, and they already have stuff. They already have the teams like outlined, so I could just put those teams on a wheel, spin it, and auction that. at least that's my understanding. I've never actually seen it because I don't take the time to watch other people break. And I know that I could learn if I did that, but I don't have that patience. I don't have that like attention span either. Like I'm ready to go. So I think I'm just gonna run a break. I'm gonna list it all cheap, and I'm going to um do it. I'm going to do the spots cheap, and I'm going to backfill it with products. So my first break will be, hey, if you participated, thank you for giving me a chance. Let's get weird. It'll be valuable for anyone who enters. Game day, I did have a website. It was wifflebreakers.com, and I did it through Shopify. Shopify shut me down because they didn't want sports cards breaks, which is crazy because I know so many other breakers use Whatnot or use Shopify. So I've been at a disadvantage from Shopify and eBay, and that they have created these platforms. It's their prerogative to shut me down and take me off of there. I'm not mad at them. It stinks for me. I wish that was not the case. I then moved over to Wix. Is that right? It starts with a W. I have the information somewhere. It's still on my phone. Wix sounds right. WooCommerce. That's what I used. And I thought their product entry, so putting new products on the website, it was awful in my opinion. I did not enjoy it. I would not use it again. So did that for a little bit. Wasn't the same. Even the links to the website weren't the same. So yeah, I will 100%. I was discouraged and kind of gave up on it. That's kind of the what caused me to stop breaking, what caused eBay to stop what caused me to stop posting on YouTube. I wasn't enjoying it. I was frustrated with it. Now there's so much more technology that I can get through it all. WooCommerce was awful. Using that website was terrible for listing, for sales, for everything. I did not like that at all. So I won't use that one again. Whatnot seems to be a happy medium where I do have a little bit more control. Of course, the fees are going to be higher, and I would love to direct people towards my own website and my own content because I want to create more written content, video content that would use or that would be put onto a website. I might try Wix again. I used that for another company, my flooring company, back in probably 2019. I used Wix, and again, it was okay, but Shopify was just significantly better. That I rolled the Shopify for a long time, both on my flooring company, which we still use Shopify, and then for sports cards. And it was just so easy. I would love to email back and forth with Shopify, or honestly, just start a new website. Even use the same, what's that called? Use the same domain and just start it again and see if they have anything to say. Let it go live. Have my family buy a couple people domain URL, same thing. Have my family buy a couple things and see if they say anything, and if that works, great. If not, okay, we'll just do it all on Whatnot. But I mean, that's all stuff that I need to rebuild because my mailing list, I have it, but 50% of those people probably aren't in the hobby anymore, so I don't want to bother them. And I would just like to restart with the people that have followed me on YouTube, have started on Whatnot with me, and just build with the people that are here. So I will probably bring that back. But with the first break I do on Whatnot, it'll be very user friendly. And if you join the break, you will be happy when all the product is revealed. After that, I want to do I have at least 5 breaks after that. The first one is Panini. The second one I want to do 2025 update. I want to try small breaks first so I can work into case breaks of new products. But the first one will be 4 update hobby boxes, then 2 jumbo boxes. Those will be smaller just to get people used to my standard, and also for me too, because I'm using a different structure. Before I had the camera right in front of me and I would break right here. This time the phone and camera are a little bit higher. So I don't want to have stuff go off screen at any point. I don't want packs or cards to ever leave the camera view so people think I'm trying to pull anything. Not that I ever would. That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Why waste your entire reputation for a $60 card? People do it all the time on Whatnot and other platforms. But I don't even want to give people the chance to think I'm doing anything. So I have to get used to camera placement, hands placement, where I'm going to put the packs, the boxes, everything. So the first couple breaks, I want to get used to that. Updates, Topps Chrome update, which I don't love the product. I think Topps Chrome update this year is is really rough. I would do a team break, a small team break, so people can get a team set, but I want to keep it really, really, really small. Cosmic Chrome, that comes today. I'll have 4 hobby boxes of that. I'll probably do a break of that. That's always a fun product. And then Heritage High Number, I have more hobby of that coming today. I have 18 hobby boxes coming. I bought a case and then 4 and then 2. 18 hobby boxes of Heritage High Number. The case will be my personal rip. I'm going to rip all that off. The other 4 boxes will probably be for a break. And then the 2 boxes, I bought those from Dave and Adams because sometimes they give me stuff a day early. Didn't happen. That'll be here today, probably within the next hour. So I will be ripping 13 boxes. The case, 1 for video, and then I'll save the other one maybe for a giveaway or to mix into another break. But I'll be doing 13 of the 18 today. There are a free website. Use ChatGPT or any other AI and just say exactly what you want the website to be. I need to use ChatGPT even more than I already do, and I use it a lot because the information that it can generate in a very short period of time is unmatched. I mean, it's unmatched by humans and by myself. Other AI companies, I'm sure Claude is a good one, Gemini, whatever AI system you're used to using, it will help you create a website. Do it quickly, efficiently, and you can tell it, hey, I want a section for buying brakes, buying sealed wax, and for information, checklists, all that. Boom, here's how you do it all. Too easy. Just start using it. The Sean Murphy. Sean Murphy hitting a Sean Murphy auto is peak Wiffle Breakers. I wonder how he's doing. I haven't heard or seen his name in a minute, so I hope that Sean Murphy is doing well. We were talking about that last night during the Whatnot stream about some of the things that happen, like hitting the O'Neill Crew Superfractor out of the base packs of 2022 Logo Fractor. That was crazy. The Mike Trout Red Refractor, man, it was just insane stuff. Breaking with my brother was the coolest thing. I wish we lived closer, and that may be the literal move that I pull off, and I'm closer to him, and we can do it more. But yeah, it was good times. Speaking of that, my lease is up at the end of May, and I'm trying to decide if/where I'm going to move. I'm going to move. But what the plan is, how do I get this down to a manageable level? I feel like the inventory is at a manageable level, but like not really. As of right now, I have, I'm going to pull up the exact number because I don't want to lie. Let's see exactly how many I have. My current active listings on eBay are 53,513. With quantity, it's 137,000 listed items on eBay. It is currently I'm on box 38 of monster boxes, plus 6 more shoe boxes, plus player lots is in 10 more boxes. So what is that for? 54. It is in my eBay store is currently in 54 different boxes. Now, don't get me wrong. If I needed to find a single card, I could find it in under 30 seconds. That is not an issue. Under 10 seconds, honestly, that's no problem. But moving 54 boxes into a organized order to be able to pull cards, know where everything is, and have the boxes accessible is a huge undertaking. So doing all that in the next 6 months sounds terrible. And that's not including my unlisted inventory, which is probably double that. So yeah, it's a lot. I gotta figure that out. That's something I was thinking about for 2026 is doing like a downsize series where I talk about how I'm going to structure all of this. So things I want to use are like some consignment. I will ship off some of my graded cards for consignment. The PSA vault, so I could take advantage of some of their offers. I will take some of my PSA cards, send them to PSA. My PC stuff will go in the vault. The stuff I'm not interested in, I'll take their offers or have them consign it to eBay so I can move some of that. Use COMC more, which I'm already using. But in order to maximize the platform and maximize my inventory and my time, I need to ship some stuff out. So trying to do a couple hundred of that a week. And then also trash. Some of these cards need to be trashed. I don't need to have I probably have like 4,000 of the 137,000 I just talked about is 2024 base tops. So Series 1, Series 2, and update. Need to just toss it. If it's not Shohei Ohtani or Aaron Judge, throw it away. It's fine. Everything will be okay. So need to downsize with that. Some trash. COMC is checkoutmycards.com. If you haven't used that, I do use that for some inventory. My only issue with it is the processing fee up front. I don't love to do that. However, it's about inventory selection. If you send them good inventory, that upfront processing fee is not nearly as much as the back end fees on eBay, but you have to send good inventory, have it sell through quickly, and use that money, when you cash it out, or if you buy more inventory, or however you do it, you just need to make sure that you be responsible about it, because you can buy, let's say I send 500 $5 cards to COMC and turn that into $2,500. Instead of cashing that out, they charge a 10% cash out fee. I should buy 5 $500 cards and then use those to sell to make my money back, because instead of taking that 10% out, I could just sell better cards and just save time. I'm essentially buying time if I use COMC that way. I know a lot of people do that way. I also think there's a huge arbitrage opportunity from COMC to eBay. I know that they sell some cards on eBay, but if I were to look at my COMC watch list right now, I would guess that there are probably 400 cards on my watch list that I could buy and sell for more on eBay. However, I have to buy them, wait for them to arrive, and then list them. So if I was doing that in higher dollar cards, I think I could pull it off and make a little bit of money, but that's a whole nother discussion and something I'll work on when I move. Right now, I just need to downsize and get items out of here. So I'll be working on that on the first of the year, which is coming up in exactly 2 weeks. I'll run a 50% off sale on my eBay store. I'll tear it down to the studs, get as much inventory as I can out the door. So all of these new products that I have all at the end of the year, I'm listing all the base. I'm selling some sets and I'm listing the base. So my store is growing exponentially right now, but hopefully at the beginning of the year, run a 50% off sale, take a bunch of stuff down, run it on Whatnot, shrink, and then move. We'll see. 2026 will be a huge undertaking for me. I have this ridiculous revenue goal that I'd like to do on my own. It's triple my current sales. From my 2025 sales, which I think I had a good year, I'd like to triple that going into next year. It's a huge undertaking. It's a big number. It's a nice round number, if you could guess. It sounds insane to think about, but I can do it. 2026, the year of Wiffle Breakers. If you guys haven't subscribed, I'd really appreciate it. Those of you who tuned in today, J-Back, game day, you guys rock. I'm waiting on my Heritage High number. As soon as that comes in, I'll rip a box, post a video, and then rip my case. So yeah, hopefully within the next few minutes, I got some Heritage High number to rip, some Cosmic Chrome to put on the shelf, and more content to make. J-Back, it's not quite a trillion. It's a different number. It does rhyme with trillion, though. I think I could do it just by myself, just jamming out. Between eBay, COMC, and Whatnot, I think I could do it. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll be back every Wednesday, hopefully around-ish, noon-ish. It would be my goal. Doesn't always work out that way, especially on release day. There's Black and White comes out next Wednesday, so I'll tackle that. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.